That may have happened, but the way she disrespected my cousin, so there will be no apology until she apologized to my cousin. My cousin did not deserve that.
Take accountability for the core issue, which is you, Joy. Because you said I said something about you, which I did not.
Shay's confrontation with Joy and Hot Topic on love and hip-hop. Miami Season 7 brought everything back to the main issue that started this whole drama. And honestly, the biggest problem is that accountability still seems to be missing. The situation between Shay and Joy became bigger than it needed to be because everything started from information being passed around instead of the two of them having a real conversation from the beginning. After everything came out, it became clear that Shay was not trying to attack Joy the way it was originally made to seem.
I'm going to start with my girl Shay. You mentioned needing an apology, so who needs to apologize to you?
Joy.
Joy, how do you feel about that? She's absolutely right.
What?
In the perfect world, that may have happened, but the way she disrespected my cousin, so there will be no apology until she apologized to my cousin. My cousin did not deserve that.
Take accountability for the core issue, which is you, Joy. Because you said I said something about you, which I did not.
I will say this. I went with Joy to see Gael, and she did admit she lied on you.
Wait, what? Say it again, because I ain't heard this part of the story.
Gael did lie. Gael admitted it. I was there, and you were there too, right?
Absolutely was.
Because of her lie, all the unfolded.
This has to be a joke, right? How the hell is anybody in their right mind gonna believe Gael, who lies, sleeps with everybody's man, including her sisters? At this point, this is more about Joy's judgment versus Gael's behavior.
In the midst of me being mad, I directed energy towards Miss Sandra by even addressing saying she raised a serpent. I was dead ass wrong for that.
So would you apologize to her mom?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's accountability. That's accountability. We'll take that.
This the thing I don't understand. Why it took all of y'all to run up on me? And I ain't but sat in there trying to look at a movie.
Jay, you always just take it too far.
We're trying to heal and get a resolution, and you're not allowing that to happen.
I don't deal with ignorance.
Stop over you.
Bitch, you desperate.
You never want no smoke.
You ain't got
really want to get to, we can take it outside.
Everybody know.
Everybody know. Girl. You
boy,
I'm back for what?
I don't
maybe
even like you. Bitch, you desperate. You're a feline, bitch. You're a feline, that thirsty ass bitch.
One at a time, bro. Let them talk, girl. You don't run your right? Everybody got to talk, bro. You one at a time, you still was talking. No, stop talking to me. You said bad. What's the problem now? She relax. I'm from the hood for real.
I am so pissed to see Nadia here. The whole point of convincing Michael to pay extra child support was to get Nadia out of my hair. And now she's here? I can't get rid of her.
You invited trash here? I'm here, bitch. What's up?
Shay actually tried to explain herself, but before that could happen, emotions were already high and people had already picked sides. That is why I understand why Shay was standing her ground. Whether someone likes Shay or not, she has always been the type of person to speak up for herself. And when she feels like something is wrong, she is going to address it. The biggest thing Joy needs to do is acknowledge her part in the situation. It is okay to be upset based on what you thought happened, but when new information comes out showing that things were not exactly how they seemed, that is when accountability matters. Joy and Shay could have handled things differently if they spoke directly instead of letting other people influence the situation. And then Hot Topic getting involved made everything even more complicated, because sometimes adding more voices to an already messy situation does not help. Not every disagreement needs another opinion added into it, especially when the people who actually have the issue are right there. The focus should have stayed between Shay and Joy because they are the ones who needed to figure out where everything went wrong. This is also why Amara's honesty in the situation stood out. Even though Amara and Shay have had their own problems, Amara still admitted the truth about what happened. She did not use her personal issues with Shay to make the situation worse. That showed maturity, because sometimes telling the truth about someone you are not close with says more than defending someone you already like. With Shay, Joy, and Trina's situation, the problem became bigger because family got involved. Joy wanted to defend Trina. Trina wanted to defend herself, and Shay felt like she was being attacked over something that was misunderstood. But the question still remains. Why did everything get this far before the real conversation happened? Shay and Joy finally being face to face was needed because too many conversations were happening around the problem instead of with each other. That is why bringing everybody together actually made sense, because at some point, people have to stop arguing in different places and actually address the issue directly. The other situation happening was Zoey and Chyng getting into their argument. And honestly, it looked like another case of someone not wanting to accept what another person was saying. Zoey had already expressed concerns about Chyng's situation before. But sometimes people do not want to hear advice until they are ready. That does not mean Zoey is always right. But in this case, Chyng seemed frustrated because the same things people warned her about started becoming a reality. Sometimes the person telling you the truth is the person you get the most upset with because deep down you know there might be something there. But Zoey also has to be careful with her approach because even when your message is right, the way you deliver it matters. You cannot force someone to see something before they are ready. Chyng had to experience things for herself and reach that point on her own. Then Eliza and Radia arriving added even more energy into everything, because whenever new personalities enter a situation that already has drama, things can shift quickly. Everyone comes in with their own opinions, their own relationships, and their own problems. That is what makes love and hip-hop. Miami Season 7 so intense because one conversation can turn into multiple issues involving different people. But the main situation still comes back to Shay and Joy. At some point, the argument cannot keep going in circles. If Shay was misunderstood, that needs to be acknowledged. If Joy felt hurt, that conversation needs to happen too. Both things can be true. But moving forward means everyone has to admit their role instead of only focusing on what the other person did wrong. Shay standing up for herself does not automatically make her the problem. And Joy feeling protective over her family does not mean she cannot admit where things went left. The biggest issue was communication. A misunderstanding turned into a bigger fight because people reacted before all the information was clear. And that is exactly why things reached this point. Now the question is whether Shay and Joy can actually leave the past behind, or if too much has already happened for them to fix anything. Because on Love and Hip Hop, Miami Season 7, one apology can fix a situation, but pride can keep the drama going forever.